people don't succeed. And what I'm talking about is link density. So link density is not only the name of the tool, but it is what is probably the most important factor in SEO and ranking in today's world. Links are what gives your sites votes, and what those links say is what tells Google what your site's about. But you've got to be careful, because just like making cookies, if you put in too many eggs or flour or baking soda, they don't come out right. Same thing with your anchor text. It's the same for what links say about your site, and this is called link density, or, it's your anchor text, the keywords. It's the link that's coming from the site linking to you. And I have an example here that's pretty simple. I'm going to take another sip of water here. So this is link density. And for this site, for this profile, like if this was my main site or my Amazon page, if all the links coming in, right now I'm just using 3 for simplicity, they all said gourmet olive oil, all 3 of them, that would mean I had 100% link density for that keyword gourmet olive oil. And that would probably over-optimize me. So I say, beware, you can't do that anymore. That's what we used to do, but you can't do that anymore because Google goes, oh, I think that's somebody trying to rank. So now we look at our competition and we find out exactly what they're using, and then we just copy it. It's really stealth. So this is just another simple example of how you would diversify that. So let's say 33% gourmet olive oil, or, I just have 3 links here. One says olive oil, and the other is the URL. Now, the URL is pretty magical. The more URLs that you have as anchor text, the better you're off in the long run. And I'm going to go into that. You're going to see what the percentages I use that just has the URL in it, and that is the site page, what I told you to copy, and that's how we got our competitive results and everything. So we need to find that exact recipe. So we've already gotten the amount of links that I need, and we've already gotten where I need to get those, and we know that they don't have to have that much trust, so it shouldn't be very hard. So we're going to click on the anchor tab in here, and we're going to get another recipe, and boom, we get the recipe of that site's anchor metrics. So this is this part right here, and it's telling me the percentage of each one of those keywords. Now this is, of course, it's a very simple example because there's not, it's not a complicated one. They can be more complicated, but often enough they're not. And this is an enlargement of that. So this is the ratio. This is the link density, and then these are the keywords that this person was using. Not very hard. So that's part of the magic, is just getting that. So now I know what my recipe is. I knew how many links I needed, which was 13. I now know how many sites I need to get them from, which is 12. And now I know that, my 47% of that anchor text needs to be the site name or the URL. And then they had smaller variations, like 8% here, 8% there. Now I'm going to go back to that so you can see that. So 41% was just the URL. They had 25% for the word olive, and then they had these other ones that were just, like 8%. So I got my recipe there. So let's go over, and this is my recipe that's gonna put me on page 1. And here it is together, and these are the 3 things that I really, really look at. My total links from referring domains, and then that ratio. So I want you to remember this, because we're going to use that recipe in step 7 when we're going to get our links, and it's going to be really